Hey friends, welcome to Watcher of Realms video. Not a typical starting of the day video, but today I wanted to speak about two, three things. So let's start. First, the weekend banner, summon banner has been announced, and very clearly we have the new marksman, which is the Piercer and Esotericist faction fellow, Vorn. He's part of the Poison Gang and extremely important for what the meta that is developing and the poison meta led by Nastia. So he's going to be available, and along with him is Helga. So if you want to find out more about Helga, you just go into this and you'll be able to see, apart from the hero card, there's a lot of feedback because she has been around for a while now. And that feedback should be able to guide you as to how important and what a role she plays in Titanic Ruins, Immortal Codex, Gear Dungeon 1, 2, Faction Trial, and AMR. But I will stick till Faction Trial and above. She's got a top rating. Okay, and it's a sizable rating. So that should indicate her importance. She is, however, part of only the Esoterist gang. This guy is part of the Piercer, which means he enjoys the benefit of the Piercer of extended range. However, as an esotericist, he is going to enjoy the latest hero that has been available as a lord, and there's a lot of enabling of this poison aspect that is happening. So he is joining the game coming Friday. Now, he's a marksman and a magic marksman, so obviously he falls into the zone like Hex, where he is going to be able to deal with heavy armor. You can actually see very clearly piercers. So as a piercer, he is going to do the piercer part, which is light armor, and which is something that even Hex does. Why am I using the word Hex, or the not word name of the hero Hex? Because he's been around for a while, so a lot of players understand that. However, as a magic marksman, he plays a role in getting through to heavy armor also. So he brings that. Plus, he is inflicting poison, and when he gangs up with the hero, Lord of the Poison faction, then he enjoys the benefits and the buffs that she provides connected to the poison aspect also. And I have spoken about this fellow in my earlier video, so I won't go threadbare into that. However, one of the points that I wanted to speak about is regarding whether to summon this particular weekend or not, because there's a lot of talk going on. The anniversary is coming, and if the anniversary is coming, then there's going to be special heroes available during the anniversary 2 to 3 weeks period, and there will be a limited edition hero available for sure. Yes, all those things are very much possible. I'm not going to say surely possible, but knowing how the anniversary celebration happens and getting a cue from last year's anniversary, which was in the month of July, it wasn't in the month of June, which means it is not in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even 4 weeks. The anniversary is going to happen. We still have a week to go in May. We have 4 weeks to go in June, and we have another 2 weeks to go in July. So that is 7 weeks to go for the anniversary. I think somewhere around 13th July is what I remember, to show up. Even if I assume that the celebration will start a week or 10 days before, we still have 5 to almost 6 weeks to go till that celebration period starting. So let's get that part out. Not 2 or 3 weeks, but 5 to 6 weeks is the duration that you have, which throws a completely different reality. Yes, you can go ahead and summon this particular hero, and Vorn is a good hero to acquire. So whatever resources you have, you can use it this particular week and go straight on a collection spree of gems and all resources like divines and regular summon, the blue ones, to start collecting it for the future. One of the conversation that is going on is that let me actually open that hero so it'll always be fun while that hero is open to talk about it. So one of the conversations going on is Wukong banner is going to happen because the Chinese servers had Wukong as a banner. So he can show up. So some of the players who don't have him, or many of the players who have him and want awakenings, well, that's a good opportunity too. So you have to hedge your bets and see which one you want to concentrate on. The other part also I have heard is Kigiri is coming. So if the Kigiri banner is also expected, then one has to look at that. For me, Wukong is already A5 that you could have actually that you would have already seen. I have Kigiri sitting at A0. So I would be happy to have a few Kigiri options available because he is a special edition hero. He's not available throughout the year. So this is an opportunity unless I use the unpolished soul stones that also don't show up so easily. So these are some of the thoughts that I wanted to share regarding saving this particular weekend or going for it. Now, the point about going, I will use some of the resources that I have in terms of trying for Vorn. That's the feeling that I have. Why? After this particular weekend, there will be 5 weeks till the full celebration of the anniversary starts. If I go by the previous anniversary reality, the game at that particular time was expanding and growing, and I would like to believe that the game would like to expand and grow further. The game was very generous in terms of providing resources and host of things connected to that particular anniversary, and hence it will do at least the same if not more, which means lots and lots of summons, lots and lots of gems, and lots of items are going to be made available in the form of gifts and in the form of winning them from various quests, events, and sign in offers. So that is a reality. I would also like to believe that in the next, during this particular period, there will be at least one unpolished soulstone made available. It could come in as a gift because 2 times last year we got an unpolished soulstone because of the special moment. So there is a possibility that we might get one around that particular period. Now let's take a preview of a video of last year's anniversary to see what all stuff came, who all came. The other possibility also is in the event that will be designed for the anniversary period, there will be a soulstone, same unpolished soulstone possibility to be won on completion of certain parameters. So these realities also exist, and hence you will technically be able to use those unpolished soulstones to awaken heroes of your choice. So if the thought is I would like to awaken Wukong or a Kigiri a level or two, that option is going to be available also through at least one soulstone, unpolished soulstone, or maybe even two. So I'm not going to say it is guaranteed, but I'm just going by the past occurrences. Okay. And events. So I would like to believe there is a lot of time available to save and be prepared. Obviously, RNG will play its own game, and the game is also going to be supportive because the game has a lot of content that they are introducing, and hence the game would like to have the player base get a good amount of heroes so that they can actually play and enjoy the game. So game will do certain things, and I would like to believe they will have some very interesting banner combos being provided. So I would urge you to save on the ancient summon shards. Just save them because some real cool stuff is going to be possible. I would like to believe they may run Ingrid and Praetus banners for sure. So whoever doesn't have them, they can get them. I would like to believe even Nastia might be rerun because what typically happens is in about 2 months' time, that still happens. So these are some of the thoughts that I wanted to share, that instead of going complete clampdown, not so desperately required. Whoever wants to summon can feel free to summon because this banner is going to be available at 20x, and this is a very, very useful hero. When you look at two lords, that's the Piercer Lord, Ivar and Aracha, but I'm more excited about Ivar because that's the one that I use a lot. I would say 95 out of 100 times I'm using IOR. So that's where. And the new Lord Nastia, I was able to get. She's A0 in my roster. And hence, I'm pretty excited to get this guy so that I can actually have a serious try on Abyss 1. So from that perspective, really worth getting. That's the logic that I'm applying. Now, you can still choose to save and be ready for the anniversary banners, completely your choice. But for those who are in between trying to get the timing and the duration right, I feel that this particular video will help because it's basically a myth that the anniversary is round the corner, because 3 weeks will just go. And that's the thing that I heard for the last few days. And hence I wanted to clarify that it's not 3 or 4 weeks, but it's clearly 6 to 7 weeks. And hence there's good amount of time. And plus there's loads and loads of resources that is going to be provided for summons, various gifts, awakenings, and various other things within the game. And when I'm talking about summons resources provided, it will be basically of all types, including gems. So yes, there'll be a lot of gems available, so you can save on that. There'll be a lot of those blue shards, and there's some insane number. Last year, I remember during the anniversary, we had something upwards of 120 or 130 summon shards of all types being provided. And then there's also what you call the creators codes also around that time come with a lot of other stuff. So you will have a lot of opportunities to collect and be ready to summon your favorite heroes. So one is what to do now, another one is to hold till that particular time. I would like to believe some fellow players will clamp down now and hold till then, because the pool will be much bigger and so on and so forth. So your part, but the duration, I wanted to clarify that it's not 3 weeks, but it's 6 to 7 weeks by the time the anniversary arrives. So that's that. Having said that, good luck for whoever is summoning during this particular weekend. And also wanted to point out this one, that we have flame scale invocation of spirits that is going to arrive on Saturday. There are 3 heroes that are available. We have got Salazar that is available through Fusion. So that's technically a free hero available. So whoever is trying for him is only looking at awakenings. Trusk is going to be available, and you can clearly see as to how useful and what is the rating that he has got. Then you have got Fair Sea. that's going to be available, and you can see the rating over here. Now I wanted to talk about only Pharisee being a valuable hero that is useful in Gear Dungeon 1, 2, and the Titanic Ruins, three important areas from a end game perspective. Yes, Titanic Ruins is beginning, mid, and end game perspective. Gear Dungeon technically goes till the mid to end game perspective. If you're a beginner player, you'll not be able to become eligible for Gear Dungeon 1 and 2 till you clear Gear Raid till a particular level. So I wanted to sound off that Pharisee is somebody that's really a brilliant healer. He's a magic healer, and hence his AoE heal carries a lot of impact, and plus he has this mini inspiration, so that also helps. So this was the part that I wanted to point out. Of course, stay focused in acquiring Vixera shards so that you can actually complete her. There's still a good amount of time. In over here quickly as to what is there. So shards. So Vixera shard calendar is very much here. A lot of creators have spoken about it. Today is 21st, so we still have time till 2nd of June till it's going to be on. And one positive part is we require 75 shards to assemble her, and the events are providing 80, and Oracle's trial is going to provide 60, and each Oracle trial carries 10 shards for 10, 7, and 5 shards. That's the number. So that's over and above this 60 that's mentioned. 60 is basically available through progression. You clear it and you collect those shards. But if you win the top 3 positions in terms of the points, then you'll be able to get those additionals. So those are over and above this 80 plus 60, 140. So if you are able to clear that, you could actually have her awakened. But she being an epic, you don't need to hassle so much about her awakening, because she is going to awaken fairly easily using the epic soul stones, which if you're a regular in the game, doing some of the basic, ensuring that you have got your guild boss sorted out the 2 hits and access to 2 chests, you'll be able to have enough soul stones to be able to awaken her via the loot. Sarah, magic mage, the important factor is she is the esotericist lord. So whoever has not got Nastia has access to her. She obviously is a mini Nastia in terms of providing the Lord skills and related benefits. And at the same time, when it comes to the poison, ally buff and single target attack, continuous damage, and of course inflicts acute poison on the poison targets. So you can go through all these awakenings. And of course, there is protection and survival from enemies inflicting poison by 25%. You've got also increase the ultimate's damage multiplier by 150. So she is available as a poison lord for the Ezo gang. So if you've got your Numera and you will get your Vorn, you will have her as a lord available to do her thing till you're able to get the poison lord lady Nastia sometime in future. So I wanted to share these thoughts. I will quickly dive in and see what's this. So this is going on already. They are, some of them pointed out. So that's that. Okay, that's the weekend banner. System notice, what's that? I'm going to move to the Discord for a quick peep. We have already discussed this regarding the shard collection. This is over last weekend, Numera. So the benefit of being on the Discord is there's a lot of information in terms of new heroes, in terms of what gear and how to gear them up. Also, there's a lot of results connected to tests that you can actually see over here, that the soulbound with the artifact what are the respective damages. So from the looks of it, Soulbound Arcana with the artifact is, I don't remember the name, so I'm skipping that. Nature's, yeah, the Soulbound is doing much higher, which actually showcases the impacts. This one is an interesting one. The test done on Nightmare 3, where it clearly shows which lord has been used and what is the impact Numera has. Numera has had the highest impact along with Nastia. Then second highest has been with her Piercer Lord, Iovar. So those are, and also Vixera. And when you look at it, Vixera is, the damage along with Vixera is higher than Aracha and higher than the other lords of the Ezo faction. So this shows that the top lords to engage with from a poison damage perspective is Vixera and Nastia. And of course, if you want to go with the Piercer Lord benefits, then Iovar. So you'll be able to get a lot of these information from the Discord where these tests are done and stuff is shared. This is connected to her costume. Not a major fan of this costume. It looks weird. Then Vixera and Nastia comparison in the Hero Lab done by the War Cabinet members. So there are certain fellow players who are doing this. So you can actually see this, get a good idea. So this one is on Nightmare 3 again, Vixera A5, Eloin, Ensign Wukong, and this is the impact. You can clearly see the artifact is Tome. Again, when I look at it, Soulbound damage is pretty good. This one is the Nastia damage, so comparatively it's higher. Then over here you can actually see Nastia and Vixera with different combos, Soulbound and Tear of Twilight. So that's that. Of course, Nastia is going to deliver much higher. Yeah, this is interesting. Vixera with Vorn and Numera is less, and Nastia with the same gang is higher. Yeah, these banners just went. Yeah, this is regarding saving those plans. I haven't even tried that yet. This one is about Vorn. Different weapons and the design. Then some information on Vorn. What does he do? His basic, passives, ultimate. Then Vorn damage and gear testing on Nightmare 3. Spirit Siphon with Soulbound. I think Soulbound is the gear of preference. When we look at the total damage dealt, then this with different lords. What I find really interesting is Vixera is almost close to what Ivar and Aracha. And then of course Nastia just runs away with the numbers. That's going to be very interesting. So that's that about Vorn. I will leave it at this, and let's go back into the game. Back into the game, the same stuff is available in the game app also. About Vorn, the recommended artifact is Blight Caller's Claw. Well, I'm going to leave it at this. Wanted to share some thoughts and at the same time also speak about summons this particular weekend, that it's not a short time, and hence there's going to be a good amount of time after that to just sit back and collect. However, two sets of caution. Sun Wukong and Kigiri banners are expected, so anybody seeking those fellows out can give Vorn a slip. Vorn will be available in your regular summons very clearly, and just like Numera, so he's going to join Numera in your regular summons, but Sun Wukong and Kigiri are special heroes and they will not be available throughout the year. So if that's the one that you're seeking, then hold all your summon resources for those two fellows. That's it. Signing off. Cheers, and catch you in the next video.